I had gotten a Binance account when it was when it didn't have Binance.us yet, and
Would you have it?
So
it
it
was
was
like Binance not French.
it was no, it was Binance. Don't do that. First of all, I'm not French. I look French to you. Don't do that. It was Binance.com.
We back. We black.
Yes, we are black and back. Both East Coast natives living in California. He's in LA. I'm in San Diego. Two somethings in a pod.
If you came for serious shit, and if you came to be educated, you came to the wrong fucking place, buddy.
Only on the Dom Jackson Experience. Do 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 do.
Breaking news.
And we have arrived. The somethings have returned from the journey of a week. 7 days makes 1 week.
I don't even know. No, there was no, Dom.
So that's another thing. I think it is more fun just to say corny shit, just because I feel like it's not appreciated enough in today's society.
Yes, with all those problems going on in the world in today's society, I think corny shit should be at the top of the list.
There we go. Yeah, we just fix out the corny shit first. A good joke or two, a little like
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, who the fuck even invented the drum roll thing? Oh, there goes a curse already. The drum roll concept of like
the boom. I don't know. That's a good question. We got to go back in history and find that out.
Yes,
sure.
we do. Hey, can you hire one of those guys in real life? Like, if you just had like a sidekick who just walked around and was like for everything that you did. Like, can you get a professional drummer to walk around and just finish your? How much money does that take?
That's a good question. So he just have it like strapped
on him, man. All his whole entire job in life is to walk around and wait for you to say something funny and just be like.
That's crazy. He just be waiting there like
just waiting for you. Just waiting almost the time.
It's the only purpose of life. That's crazy.
Because you gotta have enough money but you probably make a good amount of money. Or at least like you couldn't pay a minimum wage because they have to follow you everywhere and you get to travel the world. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like if you get to
yeah, this everywhere, even on the plane, even in transit.
I heard Diddy had somebody who always held the umbrella for him. So I mean, having your joke like punchline guy, I mean, it could be a thing.
That's crazy. Actually, I actually watched a Diddy documentary the other night. It was when he had I think it was a show in Brooklyn at the Barclays. I think it was at the Barclays for Biggie's either birthday or whatever it was, but it was for Biggie for sure. He had like all the New York legends come through, including Jay-Z. It was so dope. Yeah, I was like, oh shit, Diddy,
fuck, bro.
Diddy's a man.
What a legend.
And we back.
We black. I'm Dom Jackson.
And I'm Ozzy McIntosh.
And together we're two somethings
in a pod.
There we go.
Yes, sir.
Your place for culture, comedy, and crypto. We're close like two peas in a pod, but we're not fucking peas. We chose to be something else. And yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm in the long sleeves trying something out,
There we go. Long sleeves in July. Let's get it.
Long sleeves in July. Oh, it is July, which means that it is the beginning of July, which means that it is damn near somebody's birthday.
Yes, it is.
On this podcast.
Ooh,
and
it is mine. Something. Or one of your favorite somethings.
One of your favorite somethings.
There we go. Yes.
So story time. Last year, July, for Don's birthday, I hadn't seen some of my friends from back home came. I hadn't seen them in, it might have been either a year and a half or 2 years. So there was a peanut butter whiskey.
Yes, Screwball,
yeah. And
they don't pay us.
They don't pay us. But I was like, I don't want it. But like my friends are there, and I was like, you know what? Shit, don't really drink that much. I was like, you know what? Shit. So I had like 5 shots. 5 shots turned into like 10 shots, and this is before we even got out. So I'm at the bar, bro. So right, I got my 10 shots. I'm feeling good. Dancing, we go to the bar, have 1 beer, and after that, bro, done. Had to send my ass home. I was retired.
R.I.P. Ozzy. I remember that
peace.
day very well.
Why would I drink 10 shots of screwball? That's insane.
There's something about when like all your homies are together. I feel like when you know people from a certain age, when you guys all get back together, you just go back to that age again. You can't avoid it. It's like,
That's facts. That's why I don't hang out with y'all.
yeah, that's why we only hang out virtually. We just turn to 14-year-olds again.
Yo, that's facts. That's facts. How's life? How's life, Brady?
Speaking of being 14, I'll be 29 in 2 days.
Damn, at least if the math like added up to double, it'd be fine. But.
Yeah, so I'm 14 times 2 right now, plus 1. I don't know, but, it's here.
There it is.
See, it would have been funny if I had homie with me, but
Yes.
but yeah, man, it's actually been a very eventful week for me this week. Birthday's coming up in 2 days, like I was saying, but this week I actually was in Memphis Monday and Tuesday filming for Marcus and JR for their company Noir Capital, and they actually closed a big deal with the very first apartment complex. I think that's the right term to use, but big multifamily unit. So they closed that deal. Got to watch that in person. Super awesome watching that whole process go through. The lady doing the escrow lady, whoever she was, it's more terms than I knew, but she was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" Because I was in there. I technically wasn't a part of it, but I had a camera. I was like, "I'm the media guy," and she was like, "Media for who?" And I was like, "Independent media."
Oh shit.
So normally there's like his homies in there, but I guess being a homie with the camera kind of slid in. It was cool watching the whole thing go through. So it was awesome.
So for the people that don't know, because obviously we know Marcus and JR, but who are Marcus and JR? To us, they're our friends, of course, but who are they to the world?
They are real estate agents / real estate investors / owners with Kim and CEOs. I don't know how as far as how to break down their actual positions inside Noir Capital, but that's the company that they have, which is a real estate investment company. And they got some properties in Memphis, and I went there to film. Had a great time. Had some amazing fried chicken.
Ooh, dude, that down south shit be different, bro.
It's different. Ooh,
Yeah.
and the baddies were thick. It was like, ooh, that's his own conversation piece. But I also got to meet their interns, which is pretty cool. Very smart, bright young people. 19 years old, watching shit like that go down. Way different when we were 19, doing whatever fuckery we was doing before.
I know. What the fuck was I doing, bro?
Fucking wildness in fucking Green Street. But it was cool. It was very cool to watch all that go down. Like I said, Marcus is one of my childhood best friends. So watching him go from like where he is now to where he is now to where he's going, like super dope. Just to come up, the stories, all that shit, it's iconic.
Yeah, I'm so proud. So proud. That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
big
fucking
ups,
awesome.
big ups to the homies.
Yes, absolutely. Big things.
Another thing in Dom news, I also quit my job or resigned. I feel like resigned sounds better for what I did because it was all good terms. Said bye to everybody. Had a nice little goodbye beer and all that shit.
Oh, you didn't tell him to take 2 of these and walk it out?
Nah, I didn't hit him with the double deuce. With the double deuce, fuck off.
Good.
Because I liked everyone that I worked with. Just like the industry as a whole wasn't for me. And it's one of those things you gotta be all in, all out. You can't be half pregnant in that bitch. So
Can't be happy. Yep.
hit that
Yep.
deuce. So with filming for Marcus and leaving this job, my new company is going to be called Day by Day Video Marketing. And
my gosh.
we're going by day because that's the best way to get there in anything in life. Fitness is definitely the best mentality that I have for me as a person. And I wanted a company that's going to follow that same process. So that's the thought behind the name, Day by Day, the way to grow in fitness, health, and business as well. So day by day, only way to get there.
Day by day.
Day by day. Oh my gosh, is that Cheers? Let's fucking go. Right on time for 29 bitches. Bringing in the new age off right. How are things in Ozzy fucking land?
Yes, let's go. I'm proud of you, bro.
Appreciate
For real. Shit it ain't easy to make decisions like that. And listen, there's a lot of people that are on some semi-serious shit. There's a lot of people that are stuck because they feel like they can't branch out, or they're being told by people that they really care about that they can't branch out to do something that they really care about and make money doing it. because it's scary and it's not as secure as what society and people have told them. And I get it, man. It's bro, it's not for everybody. Definitely not for everybody. Just like a secure job isn't for everybody. So people like you and I, it doesn't make us better than people that have, work hard for 9 to 5s, because sooner or later, as we grow our companies, we're gonna need people that are working, with us.
That's facts.
9 to 5. Like, I always view it like that. Like, everybody, it's like a cog. It's like a machine. So respect to the people that are out there searching for that next thing. I don't know exactly what it is yet, because I know that feeling. And respect to people that have found it. Respect to people that are actually taking action on it. Like our good friends Marcus and JR and you and myself. We out here. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Here.
Yes, sir. Awesome, man. Awesome, bro. So I was flicking through Hulu, and I see on Hulu. I see on Hulu that they had the Essence Fest live. Now, I've never been to Essence Fest. I've actually been to Louisiana, but I've never been to Essence Fest. And I know it's like a celebration of black.
Did they stream the whole festival, the entire thing?
I think as we speak right now, because it's the
happening
whole
right
weekend.
now? Okay.
It's happening right now, yeah. Sorry, y'all can't get the live stream on the Two Somethings Pod. Go get yourself a Hulu subscription.
They don't pay us though.
They'll pay us though. No, they'll pay us. And I just happened to check into the live stream when Lauryn Hill was tearing down the stage, and I was like, wait, what? Man, it just made me think about how far music has come from when we were kids, and the people that, because she has influenced a lot of people, especially a lot of young ladies in the R&B game that we listen to now. So I just think it's dope. And then Wyclef was, all of our school dances, man. I'm sure he had a hit, or some type of hand in it, period. So.
Most definitely.
Shout out to everybody. I think today Janet Jackson's performing, and Summer Walker and a bunch of other folks.
How many festivals are usually streamed? Is that more common now than it was before?
I think it's becoming a thing, and different. Like, I know that when Kanye and Drake did their concert here in LA, it was streamed live on Amazon, which is pretty dope.
Yep.
But it's definitely becoming a thing, because it's like, okay, for all the people that weren't able to make it here, what's a good way? Like, if I'm that streaming platform, like, what's a good way for me to like maybe even add to my subscriber base? It's like, oh shit, like they're streaming the Essence Fest. Like, shit, man. Like, I don't want to pay for the full thing, but let me join the free trial. And then those, you always know, like, it's hard to cancel them free trials, bro. You end up getting charged. You're like, shit, well, I already have it. And then month after month after month, bro. The free trial game is crazy.
Yep. That's how I watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah. There you go. Yes, sir. So shout out to all the beautiful black folks down there in Louisiana tearing it down.
Black excellence.
And then also, I was just traveling the streets of downtown Los Angeles. Not on some hoodlum shit, but I was just driving around and see a lot of people dressed up. I was just like, yo, what's going on? Like, all types of characters and shit. And it was by the convention center. I was like, there has to be some type of convention. I was like, Comic-Con isn't up here, so it can't be Comic-Con. And literally, I just look up and I see everywhere. It's like Anime Expo and Annex, Los Angeles 2022. I was like, oh shit, I had no idea. So many people, bro. So many people down here right now. It's pretty dope.
Any costumes you recognize?
You want to know? See, they're gonna get me. I don't really watch anime like that.
Cancel them.
I know about animes. Like, I know about the One Punch Man. I know about Fullmetal Alchemist. The only anime that I've watched all seasons of, top to bottom, and I don't even think many people know about it, is called Ajin, Ajin. I think I might have told you about it one time before. But it's basically about a select group of humans that are immortal. And the main character doesn't find out that he is immortal until he gets into a car accident. That's how the thing starts. Without giving too much away about it, the government hunts those people. So you can imagine, like, the different. Yeah, it's super dope though. It's on Netflix, so you can. I think it's still on Netflix at least. AJIN, shout out. They're not paying me, but I like it. So
Oh shit.
And
Oh shit.
and it's the only, and I mentioned it's the only anime. So I would say it's my favorite anime, but it's also the only anime that I've watched.
So you fake.
Yeah, like man, I wish I could count like Avatar, cause that shit's fire. I don't know. I don't know if it's considered anime. I think it's like anime adjacent.
Yeah, I don't think it counts because it's not from Japan. Like American, Avatar's American as fuck.
Wait, is that
Like, Last
the
Airbender? Or are you
qualification?
talking about the blue niggas?
No. Yeah, the Last Airbender. Don't disrespect me like that. Come on, bro.
So, okay.
I'm about to talk about 3D ass James Cameron. I love that shit too. I love that shit. Shout out to James Cameron. Yeah. Can't wait for the second one, the underwater one. It's only been like 10 years.
Oh fuck.
Wait, so is that the qualification that has to be from Japan?
I feel like it's definitely the style, but like
Is that racist?
nah, because like it's a Japanese cartoon style, so like I feel like it has to be.
That's crazy.
Hold on,
now, bro.
I'm
What
dead
about
serious.
what about Afro Samurai? That is an anime, correct? Or no? You better.
I thought Afro. I don't know what qualifies. That's a good question. Now I'm curious.
Bro, the Boondocks is the Boondocks is anime adjacent as well.
That's what I'm saying. I definitely is.
We gotta find out.
I figure it has to come from the actual source of Japan. Like,
That's crazy.
but I could be wrong though. Maybe it's the style they do it.
Bro, that's like saying that you have to get Jamaican patties from Jamaica for them to be Jamaican patties. You wild.
Oh, okay. I just typed it on Google and it says, "Can non-Japanese make anime?" And it says yes, and the list is growing. There's an increasing number of foreign-born mangaka in the industry today. That being said, the road to becoming successful in this field isn't generally seen as an easy one. Classic anime and manga have strong roots in Japanese culture.
Do you have a favorite anime?
Oh yeah, bro, I'm an anime. I'm an anime guy, but I'm actually like an anime guy. But I'm also like a manga guy too. So like the manga is just the comic book version of them. So a lot of times I would read a lot of the comics more than watch the anime just because it was faster. Because you can watch you have to watch 30 minutes of shit, but you can get like fucking five. You can read like five mangas in 30 minutes and get the whole fucking story. And usually they come out faster. You don't wait other people's fucking bullshit because the fucking production companies have all types of shit, and there's not as much licensing stuff as far as it being switched from one company. It might be on like Cartoon Network, then it's on Nickelodeon, then it's on fucking Disney Plus. With the manga, it's like straight from the source, or like Shonen Jump. So that's how I got into it. But I'm a big Naruto guy. Like that's a classic right there. I remember back with Naruto before it was cool. One Piece, classic one right there, which is still not done. Still going on right now. She's been going on since I was like 7th grade, so shit's fucking lasts a lifetime. But I did watch Mob Psycho. That's the last like full anime that I probably watched all the way through. Mob Psycho 100, and that shit was fire as fuck. It's like psychic powers and like telekinesis.
Would you say that Love, Death, and Robots is anime inspired?
Definitely some of the cartoons because it's a anthology, as it makes so much other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's true.
And you were right on that too. It was an anthology. You're right.
Oh, I know. I know. Thank you.
There's a couple things. All right, I'll give you your flowers, nigga. Fuck
you lucky I don't have a collar right now. Pop the fuck out of
Be your own friends. Be your own friends. So it was an anthology. I was wrong.
Yeah,
I was wrong. Right. Also, the random take too. I do like the Drake album now too. After hearing it in more settings and more opportunity, I kind of get it a little more of the field. Still don't really see what the fuck he's on it for, but I do like it more now.
He went traveling and he heard that shit. He said, "This shit's hot. and he liked it, and that's it." So did he? I don't know if that's actually the story, but I'm assuming that he heard the style from somewhere and was like, "I want to make music like that." Because I feel like that's how he's done most of his career, right? Where it's just, well, at least his later stuff since he's become the Drake.
Yeah, the Drake. But yeah,
the Drake. Shout out to 40 too.
Shout out to 40. They're not animes, but you know, fuck it, styles and shit. And I don't know if Love, Death, Robots is an anime, but I think it has some parts that are anime inspired. So yes.
So speaking of anime, I follow a ton of folks on LinkedIn that are in the concept artist realm, and the only reason why that happened is because I was following people that were on like production teams for different movies and shit, just because that's what I'm interested in the most in life, is just people creating shit. Doesn't matter what it is, like whatever they're creating, I love that shit. And I saw some concept artists, they kept tweeting, like hashtagging this or not tweeting, sorry, it's LinkedIn. They kept hashtagging this app called Midjourney. They're like, yeah, use Midjourney to do this, this, and this. And I was like, I thought it was like an app within an app, like a feature within an app. And one person was like, yeah, I just joined the beta. So I was like, okay. Usually with betas, like it's not hard to get into a beta when it comes to software. And a beta, for anybody who doesn't know, is just like a pre-release version of a software or anything really.
It's a testy.
It's a
It's a testing one.
God. Anyways. So Midjourney, man, this app is crazy. I don't know. Don't ask me how exactly it works, but the beta is being tested out through Discord. So you type in the prompt, and I'm not going to give away the prompt just because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to, but you type in the prompt, the command actually, and then you type in a prompt afterwards. So, for example, you type in create. I'll just pretend like the command is create. Okay. And then you put in whatever you can imagine. So like create mystical forest in space, high noon cinematic with fat aliens or some shit. And the AI, it's an AI app. The AI inside of Discord, mind you, you're just typing this inside a regular space in Discord. The AI will create 4 different versions of what you just said. It'll just make a piece of art.
Oh, wow.
It's insane. It's insane. It's wild. So I see it as a good way for people in the concept art space, because when you're trying to draw out concepts, you're literally just using your brain and stuff that you can pull from different places. But what if you can just tell the computer, this is what I'm thinking. Like, what are you thinking, basically? You know what I mean?
Damn. AI art is getting crazy. That nigga just type in like fucking Google search a painting, like
literally, yeah, literally. So I think it's what it does. I want to say, I don't know exactly how it works, but I want to say it grabs different images, styles, feels, textures from the internet, because I don't know where else it would get the stuff from. Like I can't imagine they just grab everything and have it on a cloud storage. I'm imagining they're using the internet somehow, and it just creates these images, man. Like you literally whatever style that you want it to be in. It could be like a porcelain bunny. Like you literally tell it like porcelain bunny 4th of July, and it'll probably like make it like, I don't know, flag. Bro, it's wild. It's wild. So I've been playing around with it, and it's definitely re-sparked my interest in the art world, because I'm just thinking about the possibilities of what that means for other like not just art, but like being able to tell the computer to do something, and it creates different ideas, different versions of it. I feel like this is just the beginning, man. And it's only in 2D right now, but I can imagine when it gets to 3D and what that means for like the metaverse and NFT. Fuck. And who owns the IP when it comes to that. Does the app owns the IP because the AI is creating it? If you mint it, like, is there going to be some type of like legal battle? So I don't know. I think it's super early, but I'm glad that I'm able to test it out right now before it gets like released to the public.
That sounds dope, man. That's definitely some like future shit all the way. Got a whole art. You make a whole art concept made by a fucking computer.
AI. Yeah,
AI
bro.
just shit up, made the whole thing.
Yes, sir. It's wild, bro. I typed in what I typed in, and I looked at it, and I was like, this is like the next shit. It's just crazy. So let's see where it goes, man.
Let's see where
I'm excited.
Goes. You know what else is crazy but good? YSAT.
YSAT. Yes, sir.
Use promo code TSiP, TSiP for 10% off your first order. Join the tribe.
Awesome. Shout out, Joe.
But yeah, man, the computers are changing everything. The art's changing with everything. It's fucking nuts. And but no matter what ends up happening, like as far as the long term of things, the market is down. We are in a bear market, as the adults say, not the kids. Because
the bear market,
crypto's down as fuck. You know, Ethereum has been at some of its lowest. Bitcoin has been at some of its lowest. And it's funny how those two kind of always end up, no matter what happens. No matter what Bitcoin, whatever happens with Bitcoin, basically all the rest of the currencies follow. Like, it's not even a question. It's
pretty much, yeah. And I think so. Why is it important? Because to us, especially to us as podcast, we talked about cryptocurrency, we touch on it, but we're mainly talking about stuff that's happening on the blockchain, because that's the technology behind the future, right? So when people buy NFTs, because that's what we talk about a lot, is they're usually buying it with Ethereum, right? Like the main ones that we know about, the big ones, they're on the Ethereum network.
Yes, they are.
So if the value, they buy it at, just like anything else, if you buy a stock at a certain price and it goes down, the value of that stock goes down, the value of that NFT goes down. So that's how we're talking about this. Now, how down are we talking right now? And what is this compared to? Is
According
it
to this
year over
article,
year?
it kind of goes, there's a lot of different ranges. But as far as right now, because that's been going back and forth and changing, let me get the article up for ya.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be cycles. There's going to be ups and downs. It's so brand new. That's why we told you guys a couple podcasts ago, don't bet the house on it. It's something to experiment with money that can be experimented with. Cause this shit ain't safe yet.
Yeah, man.
It ain't safe in the
like
streets.
it's down, bro. Like this article says it's down by 70%. But the good news is that even though the price of Ethereum is down, so the actual like thing they're trading on, the amount of trades going on, people actually buying and selling NFTs hasn't really changed that much. Like the floor price of the apes is still pretty high. They're still like over 90 to 100 ETH. CryptoPunks actually went up during this time period too, because one of the head people of I think the Christie's, or one of those art people, is now working in Punk's thing. So let me see. Punk's went up by 40%.
Oh, yes.
Because the Christie's head of digital sales is becoming the Punk's new brand leader. So that's a big move right there. So
He's becoming the Yuga Labs new brand leader, right?
No. Yeah. For Yuga Labs. Yes. For Yuga Labs.
Yeah.
So as a whole, like, the price of crypto, or the price of Ethereum has gone down, but people are still buying and still trading NFTs at this time, which is pretty cool. A lot of the floor prices of some of your favorite products are lower.
Mm-hmm. You think that has to do with the amount of people that are... Yeah, I can hear you. You think that has to do with the amount of people that are creating NFT art? Because it's such, like, it's something that anybody can do, or is it just that people are just... People just like any other market where people are like, oh shit, like, oh, you're selling this thing for this low price now, I've wanted it forever, I'll buy it, because the price of Ethereum has gone down, so the value has gone down. I can get this NFT for low now.
I think that's the case, because even, let's just say, to put it in a more public metaphor, even if for instance, like, this popularity of a sport might go down, so like baseball probably is not as popular as it was before compared to like basketball and football as far as people watching it. I feel like that's a pretty common statement. I feel like if that's the one that's like not as popular as it was before, it might be baseball. But there's enough people trading baseball stuff that even if it's not at its peak performance of like awareness and attentions, a lot of people are still going to buy and still, because the value is still there no matter what. And I think that same feeling is going to happen no matter what. Or if an artist that's a very big artist, at their peak performance, they're like the top person in the world. But then as they get older, they kind of age out and they're not as famous as they were before. But the core people that are still in there are still going to support it, because there's still an ecosystem of people that really believe in what that thing is about. So
for sure.
And with Ethereum as a whole, Ethereum is still one thing, but the NFT community inside of Ethereum is still like a subculture inside the whole entire Ethereum space. So I think it's mainly that people, the reason that even though even if the price of Ethereum has gone down and the market is lower, we're in a bear market of stuff, there's enough people that are believers inside the products that they're in, the community strong enough to keep the trades going no matter what. Because a lot of products I would still buy into now while shit's down, because I know it's going to go back up later. And it just shows the confidence and strength of what people believe in with the platforms and the space as a whole.
And the space in the whole, yes, and exactly. And listen, it's a calculated bet. You're making a calculated bet on a brand that you believe in, just like you do with Apple, Microsoft. Now the difference is, Apple and Microsoft have a like quarterly reviews. Like, I'm pretty sure we're due up for either Q2 or Q3. I forget which quarter we're even in right now.
Yeah, we just
coming up soon. Yeah, we just hit 3, so we're due up for like a report, and people are going to make investing decisions based on that. And you know what? That might be a something that somebody can create, where it's like that. I'm sure it's sooner down the line when stuff gets regulated, they're going to have to do like reports, because they're going to be companies just like other stuff. And I do think we're going down the path of regulation, and I'm not opposed to it because I think it's going to bring mass adoption, which means that more people are going to be involved in the space. I think there's going to be a way for it to be done tastefully, and there's going to be because it's so new, there's going to be a lot of people in the space that are going to be able to vouch and talk to politicians and educate politicians. I've seen it already, where it's people, there's like organizations and people that we know in the space that are going up there, going to DC, or when I say going, I mean they're talking to people in DC and being like, yo, this is what's going down. I see this as being a way that we can move forward and let's work together instead of trying to fight against each other. So it's coming, man. Definitely regulation's coming. And maybe with regulation coming also, just to finish off this point, it might also even stuff out. Maybe the volatility won't be as crazy when it comes to certain things.
Absolutely. I think with regulation does come less volatility, and it will come more mass adoption too, because like people just won't be as afraid.
Exactly. It won't be as afraid. Exactly. And it's a dangerous game right now because we don't know what's like. The good thing about blockchain is that, or what's supposed to be the good thing is that everything is transparent, but we don't know what is happening off chain. And this is something that I was listening to the All In podcast on. They're older than us. They're the generation that came before us. I forget, what are they called? Boomers. Whatever that
boomers
generation
were our grandparents. I don't even fucking know, to be honest. I think they're Gen Y. Or Gen X. I don't know.
Whatever generation they
and
are.
Gen Zs are the little brats.
Yeah. Is that us? Oh, the ones below us.
Yeah, ones below us are Gen Zs.
I mean, they brought a good idea. They brought a good point in where it's like we don't necessarily know what's happening off chain that's influencing stuff on chain. So again, once regulation comes, then there'll be less hesitancy to come into the space. There'll be less hesitancy for people that are already in the space and want to stay in the space, because we want to make sure that people that come into the space stay in the space so it can grow.
Yes. Join.
All right.
Join
us. Oh man.
Speaking of joining,
go ahead.
ApeCoin went up 22% after the Bored Ape video with Snoop and Eminem went out. So ApeCoin is the coin of the Bored Ape Yacht Club. It's one of their coins, and the coin went up 22%. And it's like one of the biggest jumps it had after, because it lost about 65% within a single month with everything going on with Ethereum and stuff and how the market is down. Mm-hmm. But that video sparked back to life in ApeCoin and believers. So once again, going to that confidence thing, it still is very volatile, but it's cool to see that. We kind of talked about this last week, but it's cool to see that such two big players in media and music and culture as a whole are representing the space so well. Snoop being such a big player on it, and then seeing how the market reacts to it too. So as far as brand recognition, the Apes are taking even a bigger step in. Now they got Eminem and Snoop Dogg, and now they're integrated into fucking music videos, bro. Like,
that's crazy,
videos, man. And now the coin is showing with it as well. So it's dope, man.
Yeah, Eminem and Snoop are legendary legacy brands, and any legacy brand joining into the space tastefully, and seeing the effect that a legacy brand can have on this new Web3 stuff is cool, because those they're old. I love them, but they're old.
Old,
like let's be real. Like they're when we talk about what do you call it, rap in the rap world, like they're old, but they're legends still. People still know about them. They're still putting out fire music, and I think they know that they have a certain type of pull. And for them to join forces, it makes it even better. Like themselves joining forces on a song was already impactful enough. Joining forces on a song, creating a NFT video about it, basically ApeCoin video or Ape video on it, and then that affecting how ApeCoin is going. That's dope. That's a perfect example of people trusting the brand of few brands. They're trusting. It's like it's like when Apple bought Beats. Like they trusted Beats already. Beats wasn't like some little shit. It was like, yo, these are like the best headphones for people that want to listen to shit with heavy bass and kicks and shit like that. These are the best headphones to work out in, whatever. That was like their brand. That's how at least they market it as. And Apple is Apple, right? and those two brands joined, it was just like, oh shit, like yeah, hell yeah, I'm in for sure.
For sure. And Facebook is now testing out NFTs. We already had Instagram was doing it, but now Facebook is adding Ethereum and Polygon NFTs on there. So that's another cool move.
And Polygon.
Yeah, and Polygon too. Which I wonder what made them pick Polygon over Solana, but I don't know. I don't know the difference between what it takes to have Solana on a platform versus having Polygon versus having Ethereum. But
well, we know for sure that at least for the reasons why they would choose it is one of the main reasons is gas. We probably talk about it almost every episode. The gas fees on Ethereum are high. They could be prohibitive to new people that want to join in on the space. And you could imagine Facebook's demographic is not 13 or 14-year-olds. Or sorry, let me not be so extreme, but from teens to like people that are our age that know that this is just the cost to get into the game. We have to pay the gas to do these transactions. If you tell some older folks like, yo, this is this brand new thing right here. These brand new to them just JPEGs. You could buy this right here on this marketplace, but there's a transaction fee basically, and it's gonna be a pretty high transaction fee. That could be a little bit prohibitive. So I could see why they're testing out Polygon. Right. Yeah. So I think they're probably leaning more towards Ethereum for the safety net of it, which we always talk about. It's proven. Brands have been able to work on it. Not many hacks per se. Polygon, I don't think there's been many hacks on Polygon either, but it's not as proven yet. So let's see. Let's see who they attach, because I think whoever Facebook attaches their name to, that could definitely affect the market. That's a fact. That's 100% a fact.
Yeah, bro. I'm about to butcher this name, but
Sorare.
Oh, I'm glad you got that. Sorare.
Yes, Sorare.
So Sorare has Ethereum soccer NFTs, and they have signed Mbappé. Big
what?
soccer player. Yeah, I don't watch too much soccer. So like on football. So
you say how you say
football. But he's an investor and a brand ambassador for their NFT project, for their NFT stuff. So that's a big name in the space to get into it. Mbappe, that's a big guy. He's him, Ronaldo, and Messi. Like somebody who doesn't watch any soccer, I've heard their names enough to know like, oh, these are fucking big shits.
These are brands. These are brands. Yeah, man.
So
yeah, Mbappe's a beast. So he's actually a partner as well in this.
Yes.
And a brand ambassador.
He's an investor and an ambassador. So he's invested in it as like putting money, and then he's also invested in it as like a fucking face. Like my brand is now attached to this. So
I've actually had a Sorare account for the longest, but I don't know enough about soccer to even think about investing. I just needed to have an account just in case I got the knowledge somewhere along the line. So Sorare is NFT based. I didn't know that. I actually thought it was a different chain. It's good. So 2018. This is a timeline of what's happened. 2018, Sorare was born. So it's only been 4 years since this platform has been out. It becomes the largest global fantasy football game in 2021. Oh, okay. So it's actually attached. That's dope. So the utility behind Sorare is that it's like a fantasy league, kind of like ESPN Fantasy. That's cool. All right, 2022, Sorare and Mbappé joined forces to change the game forever. Congratulations.
Killing the game.
Congratulations.
Killing the game. Another soccer star is also up into NFT space. Cristiano Ronaldo is making NFTs for Binance.
Never heard of him.
No idea, right? You want to bring up the article on that one?
Sure. Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo, obviously legend in the game, legend forever. One of the best to ever do it. One of the best to ever touch the pitch, as they call it. And Binance, bro. You know what's crazy about Binance is that I hadn't gotten a Binance account when it was when it didn't have Binance.us yet. And
would you have it?
So
it was like Binance.French?
It was Binance. Don't do that. First of all, I'm not French. I look French to you. Don't do that. was Binance.com. It was just regular ass Binance.com, but they were operating. I want to say they were operating from China. I know it's a Chinese company.
Okay.
So U.S. regulators, once they started to catch a hold of stuff, they haven't been able to really regulate cryptocurrencies yet, but they definitely have been able to regulate exchanges, Gemini, Coinbase, stuff like that. So in Binance, talking to regulators in the U.S., they were like, oh shit, okay, so we'll create a whole new platform, Binance.us, so that people in the U.S. and whatever regulations you want us to use for this platform, it could be separate, but people that already know our brand as Binance.com and are used to that platform and how it works, it's basically just going to be a duplicate of that minus some certain things just for regulatory purposes. So, once I got that notification, like, oh, we're switching over to Binance.us because of your country's regulations, I was like, okay, cool. And it really hasn't affected me at all.
That's dope.
So, but there was never NFTs on there. So this is their branch into NFTs now.
Yes. Just like how, I guess getting the big sports figures is a good way to do it. That's like eBay got Gretzky. Now Ronaldo's getting with Binance. You just get a big sports person and you kind of just hop in. Like, I guess that's the person we're going with.
It's been like the go-to move, right?
Yeah,
either sports or rappers.
But I feel like the rappers seem to come in on their own though. Like Snoop is with the apes, but it wasn't like they didn't use Snoop. You know what I mean? Like Snoop had an ape and then used his ape, but it was like for them, it's like I had no idea about Ronaldo being with NFTs until right now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Gretzky
yeah, like
was
they like approached.
Yeah, they like came in like it was like part of the package when they came in. So we'll just see how this ends up going. But hey, big man in the space, big brand. You know, fucking rock star. Also didn't know how much he actually made to fucking like being one. How much he made as an athlete. That nigga's getting paid. That boy
rich. That boy rich, bro. It's insane. He's kind of an anomaly in soccer where it's kind of like Usain Bolt, where he's like a taller soccer player, and for him to be able to move the way he moves, just the same way like tall sprinters in track is not really a thing. Well, we know it is a thing because of our friends, but it's not really usually the people that are a little more stocky, a little more like fast twitch, you know,
tiny boys,
those are sprinters. Yeah, so he himself is an anomaly in soccer, and then his ability on top of that and what he's been able to do is why his brand is the way it is. And because of his brand, similar to Mbappé, they're able to be approached by all these other different, you know, they're getting fucking sponsorship. So what he's getting paid on just for being a soccer player is dope, but they're also getting that sponsorship money for being with brands. And this is like another addition of income source for athletes. Like it's definitely gonna be a thing where it's like more athletes want to get like the shoe deal. Like, nah, I want to get that. Let me get that Binance deal. Let me get that. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's crazy. That's dope.
Then they got the independent. Yeah, there's so many options, man. There's so many options.
And now with college athletes being able to get paid now with NIL, like that's gonna open up a whole new thing too, where it's like these college athletes are like superstars already, right? They're already like killing shit. Everybody knows about them because of the internet mixtapes, and you know you see them and you're like, oh shit, that person's gonna be a star, and they may or they may not be because injury or whatever. But while they have this hype around them, they could use that hype to like make some money for themselves and provide for the family. So, bro, it's happening. It's beautiful. Let's go.
It's fucking beautiful.
All right, let's close it off with this Supreme Court restrictions on the EPA oversight. Supreme Court has been active lately. We won't get too much into that, but they've been active for sure.
Active.
It's been a lot of news. Anyways, the Supreme Court's restriction on EPA oversight could impact Bitcoin mining. Now, I believe that, let me not get this wrong. Let me actually pull up the article here. We'll read it together, folks.
Supreme Court and Bitcoin.
Supreme Court and Bitcoin. When the Supreme Court gotta talk about it, you know it's sincerely serious.
Is Supreme Court like a general thing, or is that just us? Like it's a U.S. thing. Like is there Supreme Court?
I don't know.
In Mexico,
it's like
Canada.
I think it's like parliaments. Oh. Yeah. Like who really runs the country over there? There's like
the Queen of England.
The Queen.
Fucking
the Queen. Oh, does she got pull? She got pull.
Bezos.
Jeff Bezos definitely runs some country somewhere. Some underground lair. Underground.
Jeff definitely
knows where Atlantis is. The The lost cities. Anyways, so we'll just briefly go over. The issue is that a lot of these Bitcoin mining companies have basically their grid attached to power plants. And because the way some power plants operate, it emits a certain amount of carbon or whatever into the air. They're getting their power from fossil fuels, as you can see here, right? And I guess what they're trying to move towards is a greener world when it comes to cryptocurrency, because they know that it's so early, and the fact that it hasn't even been, as we said, majorly adopted yet. They want to go ahead of the curve. With before any of this stuff was created, Bitcoin, there was already environmental issues. Al Gore telling us that the world's gonna end, shit, because global warming. Nobody believed them. That's a real ass thing, bro. Like you can't deny it. Science is science, and that was before this. So with this adding to it, I think they're just trying to get ahead of the ball, and I don't blame them, right? Long story short, I don't think we look too deeply into this, but long story short is that I guess the Supreme Court ruled that the EPA, which is the Environmental Protection Agency, doesn't have isn't like the overlord to say that Bitcoin mining can't happen. I still do believe the EPA does still have certain pull as to Bitcoin mining operations that are attached to certain power plants and how they operate. And I believe that's what the Supreme Court was saying. So that's where we're at. Supreme Court and everybody's business, including Bitcoin. You gotta stick your hands on everything.
That's where we're at, man. That's where we're fucking at.
That's where we're at.
So we'll see where it goes. All the environmental shit coming up with it. No matter what happens, like whatever happens to Bitcoin affects Ethereum. Whatever happens to Ethereum affects NFTs. So it ends up affecting us. Whatever Supreme Court does definitely affects a lot of shit. So we're definitely excited to see where this journey takes us. In the meantime, you can follow us on our journeys personally. That's a little segment right there. Good. You can follow me at Dom Jackson 747.
You can follow me at OAMJR and High Skies LLC. You can follow the both of us at Two Somethings in a Pod.
And you can follow us on Twitter at 2_somethings.
All right, bye.
Thank you for watching. Take care.